What's good, everybody? King of the Hill is continuing on Hulu. King of the Hill is continuing on Hulu, and it's a revival. So this is a revival show. Now, there's some really good news behind this. There's some really good news. The original co-creators are coming back. So Mike Judge and Greg Daniels, the people who created the original show, are coming back, which is good. We're off to a good start. There's an article right here. We're going to go ahead and read this real quick and go through it. King of the Hill Revival is officially heading to Hulu. Mike Judge, Greg Daniels, and a lot of original voice actors are returning for this reboot. So basically, all the original voice actors are returning to this show. So, Bobby, that boy. Hulu has officially ordered a King of the Hill reboot from the series' original co-creators Mike Judge and Greg Daniels. Hulu's new King of the Hill revival will come from the 20th television animation, and Saladin Patterson will serve as a showrunner and executive producer. Judge and Daniels, alongside Michael Rodenberg, Howard Klein, and Dustin Davis, will also take on the executive producer role. The fact that the original creators are returning gives me hope that I can get something good out of this. Now, one thing I'm afraid of is the new generation. King of the Hill came out at a good time. It came out at a time where people wasn't so offended by a lot of stuff. Mind you, this is an adult TV show. Stuff like South Park is still living and breathing. Family Guy and all that stuff. But I hope this show does not adjust to the new times. Now, this one thing I can see happening in this show. I feel like in this revival, Bobby's gonna be aged up. Bobby, Joseph, and then what's his girlfriend? Connie. I feel like they're gonna be aged up. They're probably gonna be like teenagers and stuff now. And I feel like, just like the new generation, the new generation coming up, Hank's gonna be all like, man, these kids nowadays and all this blah 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 blah. And I feel like the kids are gonna be the ones in the show that will be, the new times, and Hank will be the old school and stuff. And he's gonna be trying to adjust to his son going through all these different changes in life and stuff and growing up in this new generation. But I don't think it will totally jeopardize Hank's beliefs, the way Hank lives, the way Hank acts as a person. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Hank has some pretty conservative values as a character. And, we know a lot of people don't like conservatives in this country nowadays. And, for many good reasons. I'm not saying Hank supports, police officers beating up people and saying, comply and shit. Hank many times have not complied with the police, and I got pretty pissed off about it. So I just hope the new generation does not fuck this up. I don't want them to watch this shit and go like, why is this joke in here? Like, bruh, this is the way King of the Hill always been. You either get with the program or don't. Go fuck with your new shit. That's just perfect for you. But this right here is going to be for us that have been fucking with King of the Hill like day one. And I watched all the seasons of King of the Hill. I think my favorite episode was the episode when that dolphin tried to rape Hank. The murder mystery episode where it was Peggy's birthday on that train. And dang, it was another one. Oh, when Bobby took self-defense. I don't know you. That's my purse. That's my purse. I don't know you. Man, them episodes was funny, bro. Them episodes was funny. Fans of the original will also be happy to know that the new series will bring back many of the beloved voice actors who brought the characters to life from 1997 to 2010, including Mike Judge, Hank Hill, Kathy Najimy, Peggy Hill, Stephen Root, Bill Dauterive, Pamela Adian, Bobby Hill, Johnny Hardwick, Daryl Gribble, and Lauren Tom Min Sufanusenphone. This group has been in the works since the 2007 San Francisco Sketch Fest, where Judge and Daniels reconnected with the cast and celebrated the 20th anniversary of King of the Hill. King of the Hill on Hulu will bring fans back to Arlen, Texas, will once again follow the life of Hank Hill, an enthusiastic seller of propane and propane accessories. His wife, Peggy, local boggle champ and substitute teacher, and their 13-year-old son, Bobby, who defies any expectation his father had for a son. Hank's friends, conspiracy theorist Dale, military barber Bill, and cool but inarticulate Boomhauer, along with Peggy's friends, Min and meteorologist Nancy, and Bobby's friends, Connie, help the Hills navigate a changing world. Okay, a changing world. So I think the show is going to heavily play on the fact that, we are living in a different time. We're living in a new era. But I just do not hope it jeopardizes what we've seen from Hank before. Yeah, I think Hank's going to, change over time in this show, but with a lot of people, most old dogs, you can't teach them new tricks, which is true. Most old dogs, you can't teach them new tricks. I'm not saying Hank is ignorant or stubborn and stuff, but there was times in the show where Hank has made changes, even in the time he was in. He wasn't completely against change. There was cases where he was like, "Oh, I don't really want to do that," but through his family and some of the experiences, especially how he interacts with Bobby, he made some changes to better parent Bobby. Like he used to be, if you guys notice in the first 3 seasons of King of the Hill, Hank used to have a anger issue. He does in later seasons, but it's more tamed. But he used to have anger issues. And then there was one episode where they finally confronted his anger issues that he used to have. That shows how he changed as an individual. In the first, if y'all remember in the early episode where that CPS came and they was trying to check out Hank's home and see if he was being abusive to Bobby and stuff, and they found out he wasn't, and he basically sent Lady Word to go to chase the dude out their house and get him the fuck out of here.
You're out of control.
And through the show, Hank stopped being so aggressive. He actually calmed down. Yeah, he'll still kick your ass if you piss him off, but he was not as aggressive as he was in the first couple of seasons, which was a good character progression for him. Bobby started stomping him in his nuts. Hey, he took his purse. Bobby told him, "That's my purse. I don't know you." He told him. And guess what? Hank should have listened. And guess what? Hank got no nuts. I mean, he got no ass, but damn, you got no ass and nuts? That's fucked up. Hank was conservative, but he wasn't insane. Peggy was a wild card, though. Yes, Peggy was a wild card. That's why I was like, Peggy, like she was that wild card. Like, look, Peggy was with it. Peggy was with the stuff. She was with the stuff. Peggy be about that shit. She be about that life, y'all. But yeah, that's true. He was not super like toxic conservative. And he wasn't a super toxic conservative. He was just a normal average conservative. Rest in peace, Luann and Lucky. So I heard about that. William, is the voice actors that played them dead? I know the characters weren't. If the characters aren't dead, they didn't die in the last season that we saw. But are the voice actors dead? Because if that's the case, they're probably going to recast the voice actors and continue. I think you can easily find someone that can mimic those voices. Like Luann and Lucky's voices aren't really hard to do. I'm not saying I can do them, but they shouldn't be that hard to do. That's crazy. That is insane that they both got together in the show. They both got like the characters, their characters got married in the show. They had a daughter and so, and they both. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, rest in peace both of them. That's wild. And you like in the characters they played and how they turned out. They get married, they get their own house together, they have a daughter, and rest in peace both of them. Rest in peace both of them. But that's fucked up. Let me go ahead and get back to this, guys. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man. That dang old Greg talking about OG and then that Mike Judge inspirations, man. The original show, dang old classic. Got my kids, man, walking around talking about that's my purse. I don't know you, feeling blessed. Man, I tell you, What Feels So Good is a great song. I don't care what no dang body says Patterson. What no dang body says. Damn, that's some country bumpkin shit. Look, I am heavily excited for this King of the Hill Continuation. This is a continuation. It's a revival. This show will always been underrated. I think it was one of the few underrated adult comedies that we had. A lot of people say that this shit wasn't funny. It was funny. I'll be honest with you, King of the Hill for me a lot of times was funnier than South Park. I thought it was funnier than no, not South Park. I thought it was definitely funnier than The Simpsons. Funnier than Family Guy. Family Guy is still funny, but I thought King of the Hill was funnier and stuff. I thought it was funnier. And the way they did their humor and stuff, at times a lot of it was dry, but it was dry in a good way. It was dry in a good way, but it was so good. It was so good the way they written it and stuff. So John Redcorn is going to be back. Hopefully John Redcorn found some love. You know, he can't be fucking Nancy anymore. They should do an episode where Dale finally finds out Nancy been cheating on him and we just see what happens. They should do an episode about that shit. Boomhauer is funny as shit. Oh, and they revealed in the last episode Boomhauer was law enforcement, or he could have been, or maybe he attempted to try and be a police officer and it didn't work out, and that was just his old badge. I want them to follow up on that. Is he like what? Because we never seen Boomhauer's personal stuff. We never seen his personal life. All we seen was the most personal we got with Boomhauer was the wedding episode where his brother tried to marry his the girl that he used to like. The girl that he used to like. Get off me, man! Come on, stop! Let me down! Come on, man! I want them to follow up on that in this revival and reveal to us like what he does. Is he a cop or not? Because the way we seen that, I was like, did Hank and them know if Boomhauer's a cop or not? They probably know, but we never ever seen Boomhauer's like personal, like what he does for work. We know Dale, he's a peace pest control. Hank, you know, he sells propane and propane accessories, and Bill works as a barber on the military base. So hopefully they follow up on that and tell us like what's up with Boomhauer in this revival. For sure, I am going to react to this King of the Hill remake, this continuation, and upload videos of that because I've been needing my King of the Hill fix for a long time. I've been needing it. And as long as the show sticks to what it used to be, just like how South Park has never deviated from what they are, this show will be fine. This show will be fine. I hope they know. I hope the new generation doesn't be whack and go like, why is it like this? Like I get offended over shit that's like, no, this is the show. You have to deal with it or not. I hope they don't look at some ratings and receive reviews from some people and go like, we gotta switch up stuff, you know. No, stick to what you was, stick to what King of the Hill was, and just slightly alter it. And the best way to help make this show modern is the kids, because I guarantee you Bobby is gonna be, you know, Bobby probably gonna be on TikTok and shit now. You're gonna be TikToking. He probably gonna be a YouTuber. Who knows? I don't know. But do not stray away too much. Don't stray away. Let the kids be the ones that is the new generation in the show, and Hank and all of them, they still, you know, they're the OGs. Just have it like that, and we're good. We're good. We are good. That's all. You guys, I am 100% excited for this. Comment down below in the comments if you are going to be excited for this too. I am, but I want to thank y'all for watching. Goes for that peace, love, positivity, and all that jazz, and don't do drugs. And like I always say, guys, deuces.
What did you do? What did you do?